So today the lesson is on business report writing. What is a business report? Business report is an orderly, objective communication of factual information that serves some business purpose. Also, another definition is a business report is a document that organizes information and a specific topic for a specific business purpose. Moreover, a business report is an impartial, objective planned presentation of a fact to one or more persons for a specific significant business purpose. Basic structure of a business report. The first is the title page, then the contents, executive summary, introduction, methodology, main body which includes the findings and the discussions, and the conclusions, recommendations, references, and the appendices. Title page. Include the report title, writer's name and the date, so that is common for any of the report. Then the content page. So content page include the table of contents, the order that you are going to do, and you can prepare it after composing the report because then you can indicate the page number as well. Then the most important sector of the report is this executive summary. All important features should be summarized in an executive summary. That is to say, the purpose, main point, conclusions, and recommendations. Also, this is the most important part of a report and written after completing all the sections of the report. That means once you compile the report, after compiling the report, you have to go through all the facts and then write the executive summary. So, although this comes as the first part of the report, this should be written after completing the entire report. It should be brief and should be no longer than one page. That is also should be noted. An executive summary is different from an abstract as it presents a summary of conclusions and recommendations as well. The most important factor is now you're compiling this report for a certain business organization. So the people might not have time to read all your documents. So, therefore, they can read the executive summary and come to a conclusion what this report about. Okay. Then the next part is the introduction. So, what is the introduction? Introduction of a report set the context of the report and clearly indicate the purpose of the report. That is to say, why you are writing this report. So, maybe to solve a business problem, increase the profit or income, then introduction should contain these parts. Briefly describe the context. And also, identify and describe the general subject matter, what you are talking about in your report. Then state the specific questions the report answers. That means what sort of questions that you are going to find, what are the answers that you are going to figure out. So that part should be included in the introduction. Also, you have to preview the report structure. That is to say, you can say in the first segment of the report, I am discussing this. The second part, I am discussing my data that I have found. Likewise, you have to say each sector what you are going to describe. Then, comment on the limitations of the report and any assumptions made. When you're doing a survey, there are certain limitations. So, what were those limitations? And did it affect the results of the report also? So, you can include that also in your introduction part. Then the methodology. So, this is quite important in any of the research and also in a report. Methodology or methods section explains why you did and how you did it, allowing readers to evaluate the reliability, validity of the research. It should include these things. Firstly, the type of research you did, how you collected your data, how you analyzed your data, any tool or material you used in the research, your rationale for choosing these methods. The methodology section should generally be written in past tense. What do you mean by this type of research you did? That means whether you have done a qualitative survey or a quantitative survey. Now, imagine that you are going to figure out how many people use online business or something, then you are getting a number. Or else, the personal opinions, then it's a qualitative thing. Also, how you collected your data. That means the tools that you use. Maybe it's through interviews or maybe it's via Google Forms, online questionnaire, whatever. So you have to tell that thing in the methodology part. What sort of method that you used. Also, when you're writing the methodology, you have to use, generally we are using past tense. Main body of a business report. Headings, subheadings should be included. Points should be lead logically towards findings and recommendations. Research analysis, assumptions, evaluations, and findings should be presented. That means once you collect data from the questionnaire, you get some amount of data and you have to analyze them and gather them. How many people like online shopping? How many people dislike online shopping? Why? Then you analyze the factors and find them. Then you can include when presenting data, graphs, diagrams can be used. So visual graphics can be used to clarify data and make them more meaningful. Graphs and diagrams using business reports. So the first one here you can see tables. Which purpose we are using tables? Tables, here also you can see the statistics that we have used in this table. The tables are used to analyze large quantity of data. Also, flow chart. If you want to show the flowing of this particular thing, then you can use a flow chart. Then here you can see a diagram. Here, an organizational chart. Here, a pie chart. Basically, when you are using pie charts, you can use them to refer certain percentages. Then, bar chart. So, bar chart, of course, you can see here, comparatively it shows certain data. Can be either horizontal bar charts or vertical bar charts. So here the definition is given for pie charts as I told you earlier. Pie chart is a diagram in the form of a circle with proportions of a circle clearly marked. A pie chart is a good method of representation if we wish to compare a part of group with the whole group. It gives an immediate idea of the relative size and the shares as percentage of a whole. Then the bar chart. So, horizontal or vertical bar chart show data in the form of bars and illustrate the relationship between the item of the information and compares unlike items. The bars get larger, generally taller, as the amount being shown to increase or decrease. The flow chart. Flow chart is a diagram showing the progress of material through steps of manufacturing process or succession of operations in a complex activity. Line graph, of course, depicts a change over a period of time, showing data and trends. They are more suitable when you are just comparing one value as it changes with another value. That means, for example, comparatively analyzing 2 years, maybe the statistics of 2 years. Tables is the convenient way to show large amount of data in a small space. Diagram is showing that shows the arrangements and situations such as network, distribution, fluctuation, likewise. Then the next important segment of your report is the conclusion. Summarize, interpret the main point. Relate the conclusion to the issues addressed in the main body. Do not include graphs and diagrams. Remember, in this sector, you are not using to use any diagrams or charts. Avoid exaggeration. Okay, right. So, all the factors should be summarized. What you have discussed in the body part, then you have to avoid exaggeration. Then the recommendations. Make specific suggestions for action to solve the problem. should be logical and practical. The suggestions that you are going to give, those should be very logical. Avoid conditional words such as maybe, perhaps, so don't use them. Arrange the recommendations in the announced order such as the most important, the least important. That is to say, present the best option that you have first. Okay? And here's the reference list, and then you can use the appendixes for extra information, information to be included, information to be referred, other attachments. In your cases, the questionnaire can be attached here. And finally, thank you. Hope you understood the lesson really well. And please don't forget to subscribe my channel.